Hello, everybody. Pretty excited to be playing some Modern right now, and we are playing with a tribal cat deck. I kind of threw this together, looked around the internet a little bit, saw what some other people were doing for their Modern cat decks, and gave this a spin here. So this hand looks great. I mean, we have a Loam Lion, Fleece Mane Lions. I'm pretty excited to get this ball rolling. I don't know how we're gonna do, but we're gonna get to play some cats. So I'm pretty pumped for it. Let's go ahead and keep this. We can lead with a turn 1 Loam Lion. Probably gonna want to fetch. We can actually probably just grab a Plains. I guess we kind of want. Because we have Boltman up. Yeah, let's just grab a red-white land. Sacred Foundry. Put this Loam Lion into play. The opponent's probably like, what the heck? It's kind of like a zoo deck. It's got some burn spells. It's just got some fast creatures. It's an interesting take for sure on a zoo deck with a little cat tribal theme. Tops off at 5 mana. We're only running 23 lands, so getting to those Regal Caracols might be a bit of a challenge, but I think we can do it. Also playing a couple of Raging Ravines, which is probably not the best. They are coming to play tap lands in our pseudo-aggressive deck. I was hoping the deck would lean somewhere between aggressive and mid-rangey, which I think it can. Opponent has a stop during our upkeep. Are they going to do something? Bloodstained Mire could be like a Death Shadow deck or something. Be thinking about Thought Scouring here, or I'm not sure. Been wanting to build a cat deck for a while now, and I'm excited to play Pride Sovereign and Regal Caracol. So, hey, speak of the devil, get out of here. You're not going to be cast for a while. Alright, 2-3 is active. Let's get old Fleece Mane Lion into play. Fleece Mane is a pretty strong card. It's another card we really want to get to 5 mana for. It can be very difficult to deal with if you're able to hold up Monstrosity, but obviously, like, that's kind of why I said, like, maybe more of a mid-range take on the deck. Maybe we shouldn't have, like, the 1-drop creatures. I'm not sure. We'll see how we do with it as is, but I could see getting rid of all the 1-drop creatures, the Loam Lions and the Cattles. It is a perfectly respectable start, though. A 2-3 and a 3-3 on turn 2. A little bit of reach with our Lightning Bolts. A second Fleece Mane Lion coming down next turn. Hopefully we can get to this Caracol and we'll be in really good shape. That being said, I'll probably hold off on fetching for a little while, as long as I can, to try to get to the Caracol as quickly as possible. It's going to be a push, yep. Pushed our Fleece Mane Lion right off the ledge. The cats are supposed to be doing the pushing off the ledge. No fatal pushes for us, though. So, looks like we are probably dealing with Death Shadow. We have some Path to Exiles to interact with them. A couple Condemns off the sideboard. Maybe some Rest in Pieces. So we got some tools. I don't think the one-drop creatures are very good against them. I can see boarding some of those out. I suspect I'm going to find myself boarding out the one-drop creatures quite a bit. Solid Pride Mage, probably not the best here. Or if the opponent's double queuing or if they're having lag issues. They certainly are taking a while to make pretty easy plays here, like untapping their land. Got some cat mascots here, hanging out. Hopefully, we'll get to make some cat tokens. Another really strong card in the deck is Brimaz. I played a little bit of Brimaz with Regal Caracol in a black-white deck that I was super impressed with. So I'm excited to see some more Brimaz action. Opponent, please. Heinsberg 666. They gotta be doing something else. This doesn't seem like typical lag if they're not trying to even make play, like just passing through phases. It's most likely that they're playing another round in a different tournament. We're gonna be in trouble here if we see like a Gurmag Angler or Tasker, which is likely. They just need a Thought Scour and they have the mana for it. As well F6. We don't really care about a 1/1 Death Shadow. They could have like double Street Wraith. Kind of want to fetch and shock player Pride Mage. Get a little more damage in there. You can also play second Fleece Mane Lion. Yeah, Fleece Mane Lion is probably the better play. It's just a stronger creature. What do we want here? Temple Garden. Yeah, we definitely want the double white. Let's grab the Temple Garden. Pride Mage gets more damage in. No, we have the bolt now though. We need double Street Wraith here, I'm pretty sure, in order to survive. Which they do not have. Alright, so do we want a Pride Mage or do we want a Fleece Mane? I think we just Fleece Mane. Guess we can do it after combat. With 5 cards in hand, that's probably not good for us. We're at 8, but we're down a bolt. Would have been nice to hold that bolt, but I don't really think that was an option. Yep, now we need paths specifically. Also to dodge Stubborn Denial. Interesting. I think I'm going to try to race here. Puts them to 6. If they have a Stubborn Denial on hand, which is very likely, then this Lightning Bolt's not getting through, but I don't really see a lot of options here. Can't just sit back and chump block every turn. I mean, we do have lethal technically right now on this board with our Lightning Bolt, even through one blocker. And fetching to 4. Snapcaster Mage. For Fatal Push? Alright. Pushing the tapped creature, eh? Okay. We're gonna take this. That's not gonna do it. Oh boy. If we attack, they just chomp. Okay, well. Guess we're on chump block duty. And we're dead. Alright, Grixis Death Shadow. Let's see if the cats can prevail after sideboard. Let's see here. I think we want Rest in Pieces and Condemns. Blossoming Defense. It's a maybe. I think we have to trim Caracol. Don't think we want Helix. Pride Mage seems weak. So maybe these 2 Helix. Wonder how Chandra is. Probably not ideal. And then we can consider these Blossoming Defenses. It's definitely a good way to get them. Is Bolt just too weak? Pride Mage does literal nothing, right? Maybe cut a couple Pride Mage, add a couple Blossoming Defenses, but not the full package. It is kind of nice to have the burn, because they do get themselves kind of low in life, but It's something like this. Maybe Blossoming Defense just better than Lightning Bolt. You can see cutting these bolts for like 2 Pride Mages and the 2 Blossoming Defenses, just because we want more creatures. I'm going to try like this though. The Path and the Condemn are really the really important cards to draw in this match, and the opponent has discards, so not certain that we'll be able to fight through this, but certainly not with this. Just double Lightning Bolt. Alright, we'll keep it. Do I have to fetch right away? No, I don't. Yeah, I'll keep that. Wild Nakato. Alright. Pretty aggressive start from us. We have double bolt and 2 3/3s. There goes a bolt. Opponent's going to go to 11, then they'll be able to play Death Shadows. It's not ideal. This deck's very hard to beat, especially with like a rogue deck like we're playing. Still fun though. Opponent's still taking their sweet time. Meanwhile, we have our entire next turn all planned out. We know we're going to fetch and shock and play a Fleas Mainline. And we need to get Mountain Plains, so we need to get an Arid Mesa. Or not an Arid Mesa, a Sacred Foundry. Opponent is making this incredibly painful. So far, I'm not in love with the aggressive one-drop strategy. I kind of wish we just had some more mid-range type creatures and some more removal in our deck. But this is only one matchup to determine if that's good or not. Sacred Foundry. One of the perks about streaming over recording video content is when you have a situation like this, it's much easier to just, play a second game ourselves or talk with chat. But just sitting and waiting for the opponent to do things is not super fun. And the other option is like stopping the video and splicing it together, but I don't want to keep doing that. If the opponent was gone for like an extended period of time, I would, but it's just a matter of them playing slowly. Okay, we're done. We had it all mapped out. Your move. Death Shadow for me, some Tassiger action, some Fatal Pushes. What's it gonna be? Respectable start. Going to 8. Saren Visions. Okay, it's pretty good for us. So it leaves up black mana so they can still push, but if they don't have a push or a blocker, they're dead. I guess like a Thoughtseize or an Inquisition would also do the trick. Or actually, Thoughtseize wouldn't. Inquisition specifically. I'm expecting to see like a... Well, it can't be Tassiger. I guess this has to be Fatal Push. It could be Death Shadow. Maybe I want those Helixes in and just try to raise the opponent. Because this game's making that look easier than trying to win the longer game, which I don't think we're super positioned to do. I could see cutting the Regal Caracoles in this match. As much as I just really want to cast that card. It's going to have 7 cards in hand, right? Or 6? 6 cards. It's like they chose bottom. So what is happening right now? They already chose their modes. There we go. If we draw Blossoming Defense, oh my god. The stars have aligned. They just don't even have it. So they just don't even have it. Alright. We would have won through a Fatal Push there anyway, unless the opponent did it on their turn. Okay. Leaning towards these cards some more. Not loving this card. Actually, not really loving a Johnny either. It's got some reach, but let's try to be aggressive. How about this? About the Helix over at Blossoming Defense. May even want a Kasali Pride Mage. The Condemns make the aggressive plan a little awkward, but Pride Mage over Helix. Just for another body. We do have 3 Blossoming Defenses in our deck now. Let's try it. I mean, Helix can also keep us alive through like an attack or something. I'm glad that they didn't have to push there. They actually didn't see the Blossoming Defense, so we could still get them with it this game. Them being on the play is a huge problem, but This is kind of awkward. Really needs a fetch land. I mean, we're going to keep this. It's got Rest in Peace, which is strong. It's got turn 2 Fleecemane Lion, but these Nacatls need some help. And the Helix is not castable right now either. If we draw a fetch land, we're pretty golden. Well, not necessarily golden, but we're certainly happy with the hand. It's an interesting one. For sure. Well, I hope this eats a Fatal Push. Not going the shock themselves route because of how we burnt them out last game, I would assume. They're intimidated. Must have a slower hand then with less Death Shadows. I think I'm going to Rest in Peace next turn. Shutting off Snapcaster and making sure they don't have Tassaker or Gurmak Angler seems better than the Fleecemane right now. To get in there for one. Doing this now because if they do decide they want to push it, we can maybe get the push with Rest in Peace or whatever. And I guess it's going to get exiled anyway. We're going to go with Rest in Peace here. There are awkward, no red mana hands. It appeared, like, them not shocking themselves appears that they're not on Death Shadow plan. So it definitely appears that they might have some Delve creatures in their hand. That's great. Would have preferred a Sacred Foundry, but we'll take that. Shocked myself because I think I'm going to play Pride Sovereign. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Snapcaster block here. Terminate. Okay. I might regret that. Maybe not. This game's interesting. It's a little bit more of a grind here. Well, that's about as bad at the draw as we can get. Just takes white to activate, right? Do we just want to attack with it? Probably not. Let's play the Nacatl. Make some creatures. Pass the turn. And that Pride Sovereign does get big fast, though. Next turn we can play Fleecemane, hopefully. That's unfortunate. Okay, such is life. Fill up with a Death Shadow. Probably going to Helix that thing. Double Death Shadow. I think I'm gonna have to Helix 1 and pass the turn back. Oh man, Pride Sovereign was gonna be so good. It's not bad. I'm gonna offer the trade here. Didn't want it. Okay. It's probably good for us. Yep, makes sense. Death Shadow gets bigger. Oops. Now we don't have the ability to trade, right? Nope. But we do have lethal. We can even take 2 hits off this Death Shadow. It's worth trying to save. Let's think. Yeah, probably. They have the Stubborn Denial or whatnot. Is what it is. Sure. Creature gets pushed. We take 6. If we draw a land, we have lethal with Raging Ravine. Untap land specifically. 1 time. They have 1 card left in hand, so I guess if they play another creature here, we're in bad shape. Man, all those cards, and I guess they didn't have a Delve creature, I should say. Delver could be a little confusing terminology. Unless that's the last card stuck in their hand. Could be Snapcaster too. The old chump blocker. One's also very low on time, but I don't think that's going to be a factor. So they should be able to close the game out. Or we should be able to. What are some other good draws? I think it's just untap land what we want, right? Guess just chump blockers might be able to get the job done. Just let me see my card, opponent. At this point, they've taken a whole 10 minutes more than us. Even more, actually. If I draw an untap land, I'm definitely going for it. Did not. So what do I do now? If I hit them to 4, Death Shadow's 9. That's fine. And being able to activate this Fleeceman Lion could just seal up the game too. So that's something I have to consider on my next turn. They are attacking. Could just be dead here. Whew. 2 cards in hand. What to do, what to do. Let's think. If they have a Snapcaster Mage, and we attack with both, they chump block Raging Ravine, go to 1, and we lose. If they have Fatal Push, we can't win, right? Guess we could play Loam Lion. Attack for 3, play Loam Lion. Plays around Fatal Push. No, it doesn't. So they can just push the Lion. I think I'm supposed to Monstrosity here and pass. We can't attack because if they have Snapcaster Mage, they get to chump block and we die. So I think we're supposed to just pass the turn. Hello there. They have 2. Kolaghan's command. Alright. So the only line where we could have survived this was play Loam Lion, pass, not attack with anything. Because the K command can't kill either creature. Then we have to chump block with Loam Lion. Yep. That's unfortunate. That was actually really close. Make them make the attack at least. We got the monstrosity of Fleeceman Lion though. And we're tapped out, we're dead. I'm just gonna concede, I guess. Just attack opponent. You know, if we would have attacked in any way, shape, or form there, we would have been dead. The only line was Loam Lion, pass turn. Chump block with Loam Lion. Then we would be able to monstrosity. Nope, we would be dead. So Snapcaster would still be in play. Yeah, I don't think we had really any outs there. I guess drawing a Path Exile would have been pretty good. I mean, outs based on what we could have done in our hand. Alright, good games, opponent. Lost to Grixis Shadow, but we will see you for some more cat action in the next round.